Hi Swati.
Hi, how you doing?
Very good. Welcome home.
Thank you. I love this cute little seal outside your house.
Thank you so much. We are the Seals, so welcome to the Seal House.
Thank you. Listen, before we go ahead, I want us to talk about this thing to your right, the handprints.
So, this is basically when you do your haldi function, you put your handprints, and apparently the boy does it, then the girl does it. So pehle it went to Adi and then I did it.
Yeah.
And it says jiska bhi dakar aata hai, they are the rulers of the house. So
Are you the ruler of the house?
I'm not saying anything. The gods have said it, not me.
So when did you move into this space?
So I moved in 21 November.
Okay.
That's immediately after my wedding, which was on the 21st of November 2021.
Right.
And I've been here ever since. Okay. I love hanging in the living room. Whenever I wake up in the morning, I have to come down. As you can see, there's an east-west opening in the home. So there's wind constantly. Mangrove view on one side, so it's all green. On the other side, I get the sea view.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm blessed. So I love coming and taking in the fact that this is my home. Like, I live here.
So there's a favorite corner. Home is your favorite spot. Let's
Home
just
is
put
my
it like
favorite
that.
spot.
I love the colors that you've used. I love earthy tones in houses.
Honestly, this color scheme is something that makes me feel very ease, very at peace.
Yeah.
It's my home. I want to feel very nice, natural, neutral,
Yeah.
as opposed to loud and like a showpiece that you would probably enjoy when you come and see it. But if you lived in it every day, you'd be like, okay, boss, this is not a vibe anymore.
Okay, tell me the one thing that you were sure when you were making your house that you wanted to stay true to your personality and Aditya's personality.
100% the color tone of this house was something very true to my personality. I won't say I'm very desi in my style. So I wanted to keep the house also a little bit more European, more international in that aspect, because I personally really enjoy that. I don't like too many colors, you know, and if you
Right.
try to go more Indian in the home, it becomes very colored and very bright. We had to make sure that every corner has a story.
Yeah.
It's not just done because it looks good. I want to tell you a small little story so
Please
we
do.
can move towards our little niche that we've created.
My God, that was my next spot. I was going to tell you before about a story. How about
See, I
you tell
read
me
your mind.
that story?
So over here, as you can see, this is a painting which I did.
Okay.
So that's why we've showcased it. This and this was painted by me. This is because I'm obsessed with Little Mermaid.
Oh.
I've always been a humongous Disney movie fan. This is from a trip that we went to Edinburgh.
Okay.
And it was one of the most beautiful trips we took. It was our second anniversary as well. This is Adi's father's chashma.
Oh.
And he had a mooch.
Okay.
So I thought this was very cute and a very sweet way of remembering him.
Yeah.
This is Adi's grandfather's camera. It's a real camera.
Oh, wow.
I think we can fix it. I'm not too sure. This was my grandmom's. So when she passed, I took this mirror from her.
I love how personalized all of that is.
Everything, every corner. That was Adi's grandmom, and this we picked up on our first trip to Agra, which was his first birthday together with me after the wedding. So this was gifted to us by somebody for our wedding. So we kept this over here. My baby girl Miha's over there down. So I wanted the home to feel like a little interesting. Like you feel like, hey, you know, every corner we discovered something fun.
Yeah, it feels like a conversation starter, your house.
Yes,
you
that
know?
too.
So you
Especially
can-
with the seal outside.
Yeah, exactly. How about we look at what's to your left? Look at that window and look at the view.
Please, y'all must. This view, I think, for everyone who lives in Bombay, they know the value of a good view and greenery.
Where should we go next so we can sit and chat some?
So we can go to my green room,
Okay.
which is actually made in a space to, you know, where we can do small meetings, you know, like a friend comes over, we usually have games night all the time over here.
Nice.
So we end up being in this room, so we get our privacy and we're not disturbing anybody else.
Right.
And this is where we do our hair and makeup. So this says
Drama.
And this also again has a story. Basically, drama because we are actors.
Yeah.
Drama because शादीशुदा घर में तो ड्रामे होते ही हैं. And drama because Adi's favorite character of all time from any show was Johnny Drama from The Entourage.
Yeah. You spoke about marriage and Aditya. Tell me something, how did you guys meet and how did that happen?
So Aditya and I met at the Beti fashion show, which was held by my mother for her NGO Beti. It happens every year. And just luck had it that a friend of mine connected with Aditya and said, would you like to walk? And he agreed. And he didn't know who he was agreeing to, what he was agreeing for. He just rocked up. And when I saw him, I had recently seen him on social media, so I had a slight crush on him. And when I saw him, I said, boss, this is your time to shine. Like, you make sure you talk to him, you make sure you get his number, and you make sure you'll hang out.
Yeah.
And literally it was like that. And we keep talking about it. If we didn't meet that one day, we would have never met in our lives. So I feel like he was a product of my manifestation. I had seen his pictures. I was like, you know, he looks like someone I would love to be with. I would love to date. He looked sweet. He looked silly, he looked fun.
Now if you can talk about your career, do you remember what your initial days were like, you know, when you were trying to get films? What were those days like for you?
Honestly, I feel like those days were full of optimism, full of energy, full of excitement because I didn't know what's going to happen next, right?
Yeah.
So everything seemed exciting. I gave an audition, I came back excited. I got a call back, I got excited. Initially, this process was more fun.
Yeah.
As I got into it, it became more real. So
Yeah.
it took away from the childishness and the excitement and the, you know, all that happiness that it gave us, as opposed to now it became like, it's your job. You've got to get it done. It's
Yeah.
a beautiful journey, and honestly, only through ups and downs do you become a stronger, smarter, more capable person. So no regrets ever.
And what is it like to kind of get work in the industry? What are some of the challenges as an actor that one faces?
A lot of people give up, not because they're not good or they're capable, but sometimes it can get a bit overwhelming. It can take over your mental health. It can make you a different version of yourself, which you may or may not love. But like when you see actors who powered through 10 years, 12 years of the struggle, as they call it,
Yeah.
they persevere. So I think that is the challenge, that how long can you hold on to your love and passion for this job?
You know, I would like to think that as an actor, like you said, you know, you're driven by passion. So you get up and you get work done. But have you ever felt during the course of time saying, okay, you know, maybe not this?
Many times. There was 2 times in my life that I got up and I said, you know what, I'm done with this job. It's not meant for me. I'm chasing maybe my selfish passions, and maybe I'm meant for something else. I don't want to keep spending my time trying to make something happen when it's not meant to. At that point, I was not as spiritually inclined or religiously inclined as I am right now.
Okay.
Because I was younger. And it was so funny, the 2 times I said it, I signed projects within a week.
Wow.
And that's when I was like, you know what, everyone talks about manifestation,
Yeah.
God, universe, energies. Let me believe in it, that maybe someone is saying, not your time yet, just work little harder. I'll give you the little feels,
Yeah.
but work harder for the bigger picture. So that's when I stopped giving up on anything. I stopped feeling like, hey, listen, not now. What do you want to see?
This side of your house we haven't done.
So this area we call the informal living room, because we ran out of names because we're so fancy. When friends come over, we're watching a match, I've got these pillows,
Yeah.
which are like these large pillows you just throw on the floor and
Yeah.
you sit on them. So this becomes like a very chill spot, you know, the colors are darker, so don't drop, but if you drop, I won't kill you. I would love to show you all the upstairs area.
Let's go.
So there's a small space we've made upstairs,
Okay.
which is our library.
Oh, nice.
It was completely empty. We didn't know what to do with the space. Okay, first we talk about my pictures.
Yes, please.
So this is my picture wall. This is pictures of Adi and I. These are all Adi's friends from college who he's still in touch with, and that's a great thing because people usually lose touch.
Yeah.
Moving up, this is Adi's mom and dad from their wedding.
Okay.
This is with my girl gang. So all my girlfriends are over here. And moving up.
I have to say, I love that spot. Please tell us about this spot.
So this is, usually in the other apartments was an empty wasted spot.
Okay.
I was like, we have to do something interesting with it. That's when we decided to make it a library.
Have you ever considered designing homes?
I have actually. I've helped design my friend Robin Uthappa and his wife Sheetal's house in Dubai.
Okay.
Because I'm obsessed with interiors.
Tell me about this.
So
Anushka
this
and
is
Aditya.
a picture made by my best friend. Honestly, it's a lot of inside jokes, but I'll give you a few.
I see Jamna Bai.
Jamna Bai, yes, because that's my school.
Yeah.
Buster, who was my first pet, and he passed.
Okay, so
he
sorry.
Thank you. I loved him. This says it's an angel halo, which says RS. That's Ravi Seal for Adi's dad.
Okay.
This is a machhar because he always calls my sister a machhar. Filmfare award for he's like, one day you'll do really well. This is a lot of personal little things over here.
It's so nice.
Thank you. So this is the final part of the home tour, which is my bedroom.
Which is so lovely.
Thank you. I love my room. I don't know if I should be saying that, but I just love my room. It is, it's cozy and warm, but at the same time, it's feels like a little bit like fancy. Because we have white sofa, marble table, which you won't see anywhere else in the house. So we wanted this to feel like a completely different standalone space.
Yeah, and a little balcony. How
Yes,
nice.
honestly, this is another thing that is a blessing that we got this in our bedroom. So many a times, like when Aditya and I just want to have a chat, chill, we sit out.
You know, so earlier we were talking about being in the industry. When you came into the industry, you came, of course, prepared with certain things that you were already aware of.
Yeah.
Like what will come with the job, right? Is this something that kind of surprised you?
How tough it is. How unpredictable it is. Because I've said this before many a times that I came from a lot of security and my parents gave me a lot of love and they kept me away from any kind of real life circumstances. But when you're working, any job, you enter the real world. You're meeting people who are not in love with you and wanting to protect you. So that's what I learned, that it is very, very unpredictable and tough. And yeah.
Is an actor something that you always wanted to be?
Honestly, I was confused when I was younger. I was never raised to be like, hey, you gotta work and do something with your life. It was more like live today for today. You're a child today, focus on your studies. You are doing this, focus on that. But I knew I wanted to be a part of this industry. Initially, I used to feel like maybe it could be a director because I didn't have very girly traits. I didn't look very feminine. I didn't look like the heroines. I didn't look like Madhuri or Karishma Kapoor or whoever. You know, I looked big, tall, broad, heavy, overweight. So when I lost weight and I started modeling, that gave me a lot more confidence. And that's when I said, yeah, you know, I want to try this out. Maybe the time is right now because you have age on your side. So, you know, it's time to do your trial and error. And when I did my first film, I was like, why have I not been doing this my whole life? I enjoyed it thoroughly. So I stuck around.
Before we end this, should we go to the other part of your bedroom?
Yes, I will show you where I'm all the time. This is my bed area, which again I'm very specific about. So my bed has to be high, my mattress has to be higher, I have to be even higher on top of that. And it's super comfortable, I'm not going to lie, I love it.
Before we go, I'm going to ask you a few quick questions, okay?
Yeah.
If you had to take one thing from the following actors, what would it be? Vani Kapoor.
Her body, no second thought about it.
Okay. Alia Bhatt.
Her talent,
Okay. Ranbir Kapoor.
chilled outness, if that's a word.
Yeah. Okay, we'll go with it. Deepika Padukone.
Her grace,
Nice. Okay. Ranveer Singh.
his energy. I need that energy. I need energy, period.
Thank you so much for talking to us, having
Thank
us
you.
over, and I really do hope that you always get the reassuring signs that make
Thank
you
you.
never want to leave.
Thank you. That is the best thing you can wish for me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.